What if I told you that every success story you've ever admired, every millionaire, every champion, every visionary knew something you don't? What if the difference between the life you're living right now and the life you dream about isn't your education, your background, your connections, or even your luck? What if it's your thoughts? Right now, as you're listening to this, you are broadcasting a signal. Every belief you hold about money, love, health, and success is shaping your reality in ways you can't see yet. The question is not whether the law of attraction is working in your life. The real question is, are you using it consciously? Because if your thoughts truly create your reality, then today isn't just another day. It's the day you take control. Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that everything in your life, your income, your relationships, your health, your confidence has been shaped by something invisible. Something you've been using every single day without even knowing it. That's the bold promise behind The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. This book exploded across America with one powerful idea: your thoughts are not just private mental events. They are forces. They are signals. And according to this philosophy, they are magnets shaping your reality. The story begins with a personal crisis. Rhonda Byrne found herself at one of the lowest points of her life. Her father had passed away suddenly. Her business was struggling. Her relationships were tense. Everything felt heavy, uncertain, and painful. Then one day, her daughter handed her a century-old book containing an idea that would change everything: the law of attraction. That moment sparked a journey of research, interviews, and exploration into what many of history's most successful people believed was a hidden universal principle. The central idea of The Secret is simple but powerful, like attracts like. Whatever you consistently think about, whether positive or negative, you attract into your life. Your thoughts are like radio frequencies. When you broadcast fear, worry, and doubt, you tune into experiences that match those emotions. When you broadcast gratitude, confidence, and abundance, you begin to align with opportunities that reflect those feelings. For an American audience raised on hustle culture, ambition, and self-reliance, this idea feels empowering. It says you are not a victim of circumstances. You are a creator. Your mind is the starting point of every achievement. The book explains that everything in the universe operates through energy. Modern science tells us that atoms are mostly empty space vibrating at specific frequencies. Byrne builds on this idea and suggests that our thoughts are energy waves interacting with the universe. Whether you view it spiritually or psychologically, the takeaway is clear: focus directs outcomes. Thumbs up. Think about it in practical terms. When you expect rejection in a job interview, your body language shifts. Your tone weakens. Your posture tightens. You hesitate. And often, that expectation becomes reality. But when you walk in expecting success, you project certainty, warmth, and competence. You engage differently. People respond differently. Suddenly, opportunities open. The Secret introduces 3 fundamental steps: ask, believe, receive. First, ask. Be clear about what you want. Most people are very clear about what they don't want. They say, I don't want debt. I don't want stress. I don't want a toxic relationship. But the universe, according to this philosophy, responds to focus, not negation. Instead of focusing on lack, shift to clarity. I want financial freedom. I want calm confidence. I want a supportive partner. Clarity activates direction. Second, believe. This is where many people struggle. Belief means feeling as though what you desire is already yours. Not pretending. Not wishing. But emotionally aligning with the outcome. Athletes in America often visualize winning before stepping onto the field. Entrepreneurs imagine success long before investors say yes. Belief shapes behavior. Third, receive. This step is about openness. Many people ask for abundance but feel unworthy when opportunity arrives. They sabotage success because deep down they believe they don't deserve it. Receiving means allowing good things into your life without guilt, fear, or resistance. A major theme in the book is gratitude. Gratitude is described as a powerful accelerator. When you focus on what you already appreciate, your health, your family, your home, even small conveniences you shift your emotional state. Gratitude moves you from scarcity to abundance. And emotionally, that shift changes how you act, speak, and decide. The book also addresses money. American culture, financial success is often a major goal. Byrne argues that focusing on debt and lack keeps you trapped in financial anxiety. Instead, focus on abundance. See yourself paying bills easily. Feel the freedom of financial security. Align emotionally with prosperity rather than fear. Critics argue that this sounds overly simplistic. But psychologically, there is truth beneath the surface. When you focus on opportunity instead of limitation, your brain's reticular activating system begins filtering the world differently. You notice openings. You recognize connections. You take action from confidence rather than fear. Relationships are another major area discussed. If you constantly think, people always disappoint me, you approach relationships defensively. But when you expect respect and love, you behave differently. You set healthier boundaries. You attract healthier dynamics. Health is also addressed. While the book suggests that thoughts can influence physical well-being, the deeper takeaway is about mindset. Optimistic individuals often handle stress better. Reduced stress supports better immune function. Positive expectation can support healing by reducing anxiety and increasing proactive behavior. One of the most compelling aspects of The Secret is its emphasis on personal responsibility. It suggests that blaming circumstances keeps you powerless. Owning your mental patterns gives you power back. That idea resonates strongly in American self-development culture, where independence and agency are valued. The book encourages visualization. Not vague wishing but detailed mental rehearsal. Picture the house, the career, the relationship, the feeling of achievement. Engage all senses. The brain often responds to vivid visualization similarly to real experience, strengthening motivation and confidence. However, one subtle but important layer beneath the book's message is action. Although the law of attraction emphasizes thought, action naturally follows belief. When you believe something is possible, you act in alignment with it. That aligned action is what often creates tangible results. Another key concept is emotional guidance. Your emotions act like a compass. When you feel joy, enthusiasm, or excitement, you're aligned with what you want. When you feel fear or resentment, you're focused on what you don't want. Emotional awareness becomes a tool for redirection. The Secret also revisits stories of historical figures who allegedly understood this principle: inventors, leaders, entrepreneurs. The suggestion is that focused belief combined with persistence has always been the foundation of extraordinary success. For a U.S. audience navigating career pressure, social comparison, and economic uncertainty, the message is comforting: your internal world matters more than external chaos. When you manage your thoughts, you regain stability in unstable environments. But it's important to interpret the message wisely. The Secret is not about denying reality or ignoring challenges. It's about choosing the mental lens through which you approach them. It's about shifting from reactive thinking to intentional thinking. At its core, this book is about empowerment. It asks you to examine the stories you tell yourself. Are you telling a story of limitation? Or possibility? Of scarcity? Or abundance? The power of this philosophy lies not in magic but in mindset. When you believe you can grow, you take risks. When you expect success, you prepare for it. When you appreciate what you have, you reduce fear of losing it. And perhaps that is the real secret: your attention is your most powerful resource. Where you place it determines what grows. If you focus on gratitude, gratitude expands. If you focus on opportunity, opportunity multiplies. If you focus on fear, fear dominates. Your thoughts shape your identity. Your identity shapes your decisions. Your decisions shape your life. The Secret ultimately invites you to live intentionally. To monitor your mental patterns. To redirect negative spirals. To dream boldly without apology. Whether you interpret it as universal energy, psychology, neuroscience, or spiritual alignment, the practical application remains powerful: think with purpose. Feel with intention. Act with belief. Because the life you experience tomorrow begins with the thoughts you choose today. If this message sparks something inside you, even just a small shift in perspective, don't ignore it. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what is one belief I need to change starting today? Drop it in the comments. Declare it publicly. I choose abundance. I choose confidence. I choose love. I choose growth. When you write it, you reinforce it. When you declare it, you own it. And if you're ready to start intentionally designing your life instead of reacting to it, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a reminder that they are more powerful than they think. Because the life you want isn't waiting in the future. It's waiting for you to decide. And that decision starts now. Fire.